Yo, what up YouTube? The build that I'm going to be running today is Boomba's Dagger, Warrior Tabby, Crusher, Shifter Shield, Erendite, and Genji's Guard. You can switch this build around quite a bit. You can go Talaria Boots instead of Warrior Tabby. I think that is a very strong item on Nike just because of the ultimate with the slow and you being able to keep up with people and sometimes even being able to get behind them with Talaria Boots and Speed Buff even when auto attacking. So it synergizes really well with your 2, so that way you can push him back. And also, Jotun's Wrath is good, and Brawler's Beatstick is really good up against heavy heal teams, which I could have won this game and it would have been alright. I just wanted to do Crusher just because it gives you the most early game pressure, hands down. But Jotun's Wrath is really good for extended team fights. We saw Sook use his first ability and his second, so he was just dead. If I would have auto-canceled and used my 1, I would have gotten that kill, but, you know, tough luck for me. We're just trying to fast clear here. Nike's 2 AoE cleaves are so good for jungle and wave clear. Also, you can cancel her Rend, that's her first ability, at any time. Very important thing to know. It's actually faster to use the 1 and in between, say you cancel your first ability right away, right after the damage comes off, your auto attack will actually come out faster. So if you know that an enemy is 1 auto away from death after using your Rend, either 1 or 2 hits, you can cancel that and that'll actually be quicker. So there are some situations where that's good. You could also cancel it into your jump or into your second ability. Just things to keep in mind. Yeah, Nike's auto cancels are very smooth. Her ultimate is a nasty slow. Gives you a huge shield, scales with your percent of health. Percent max health, I mean. So some people like going HP builds on Nike. I don't think that it's really that worth, just because if people go Sunder and you're building HP just for that, I mean, it can just be countered so easily. That's why I don't think Nike is in the meta that much. Just because if somebody has Sunder on the enemy team, your ult just makes you a sitting duck. The slow is still nice, don't get me wrong, but the thing that makes you a tank kind of goes away. Which can be rough, but she has some really good team fighting potential. That was rough. It can be tough to time your ultimate. It has a very short time where you're CC immune. And sometimes I end up messing that up. Just because most other abilities that give you CC immunity are a lot more lenient than Nike ult. But, you know, I get used to it. That's just disgusting. We're not done yet. This is one of the benefits of having Crusher. I'm just autoing down this Tiamat. Those are good beads. I freaking canceled my 1 there. I could have killed Kumba right away, pretty much. That was definitely a mistake, and I think we would have killed Sook. But we're still going. Tank for the Chunga. Good play all around the board. Teammates played well. I could have played better for sure there.
An enemy has been slain.
Just look at that. Just by invading the blues, you give your solo laner so much pressure, especially if it's a mage on the enemy team. They suffer early game without that blue buff. Nice. I wanted to show that specifically just to like showcase teamwork and try to listen to teammates' calls, because I could have done the mid camps for sure right there. You know, sometimes it's good to follow your teammates. Okay, yeah, I don't take the blame for Chunga missing that because I channeled my 2 way before she ulted. So I'm not taking the fall. This is one of the downsides to Nike. Her pressure isn't that good for objectives. She doesn't do too much damage to those. But she can stop the Pyromancer's channeling ability, which is something. We're still just trying to invade. We're basically living in their jungle. Oh man, what can they do? Shifter Shield gives you a bunch of damage, and also that passive giving you prots. Very strong. Nike's 2 very good at stopping enemies like Tsukiyomi's 2 and Bellona's 2. It can also stop dashes like Hachimon's 2. Or Hachimon's 3, sorry. His dash. That was a nasty combo by Chunga. I don't know why that god isn't being played more. Completely missed the 3. I gotta work on that. And Kumba gets out because of it. That feels so bad, man. Yeah, you can tell. When I get mad, I start flicking my mouse for no reason. Like, I really do. I think I play better when I'm, like, mad at myself, but still. I don't know. We got tier 1 Erendite, currently on 10% CDR, so. That's a nice bait that you can do. A lot of people underestimate Nike's distance on her 3, man. Even I do it sometimes. It is deceptively long, and the AoE that it has is pretty decent, but Afro's just OP. I shouldn't have used my ultimate at the time that I did. Really, Afro's only escape out of Ganesh ult was to ult. So that really sucked, because I could have just played it better, basically. That was a good Chunga ult again. I didn't get that heal, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm such a greedy player, man. I couldn't. If I stepped through those call traps, I'd die. So really, I should have just tried to auto them. I was dead. Pretty much guaranteed. That fight ends up ending. I tried ganking duo. That is so stupid. I don't know how my ult doesn't land there. Just look at those jukes. Being able to kite, that's another reason why Talaria boots is really good on Nike, is just when you're channeling that 1, you can end up dodging CC or even just auto attacks. Just because you're faster. And that's also why I like Erendite as well. You're able to run people down and juke more with the increased movement speed. I didn't want to get hit by Afro's back off there, her second ability, that one. It's always good if you see somebody Aegis or say an Afro ult and they're immune to damage. Try to, you know, use your hit chain, get through your lesser damaging ones. So Nike's auto attack hit chain, her first 2 autos don't do as much damage as her third. So really you can just try to prep that when people are immune to damage and you don't have your abilities up. Kuba can be so annoying. The Ganesh just ate that. I don't know what our team is doing. It's very strange. This mid tower should be pretty much gone with Izanami there and Chunga, but I end up invading red and we're coming around for the flank of Ruski. This is a good Kumba ult. That's the bread and butter for CC for Nike, but it does get stopped by beads, which kind of sucks. You just 3 behind them, and then you knock them into your team. Really strong. I don't know, Nike's kind of grown on me. I used to hate her, but now I think she's fun. I hope you guys enjoy the montage coming up. Let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you there. Peace.
Made a mistake, underestimating what you've taken on. I'm out of the cage, 'cause you opened the door. You're as innocent as gone. 'Cause if you're pulling for me, just be one. 'Cause I don't think you're ready for it. I'm not the one to mess around. I don't think you're ready for it. Too many people done wrong. 'Cause I don't think you're ready for it. You best believe that time's up. I'm a murderer. You made a mistake, underestimating what we would become. And now an escape is impossible.